Wait a second, this isn't a Strat? Hey guys, welcome back to the Bald Shredder channel. And yes, it is time, once again, to talk about my Squier by Fender debut series Stratocaster. I did the full review and demo of this guitar not that long ago, and that video has almost 100,000 views. And with all those views, guys, there's been, I guess you could say, a little bit of controversy and anger regarding this guitar. And I'm referring to the comments on that original video in the comment section. Now we're gonna get to that in just a second, as well as me talking about some modifications that I've done to this guitar. And yes, I'm gonna play it in this video today. But first, real quick guys, if you could take just a second to reach down and hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Thanks. Okay, so what got some people so hot under the collar about this guitar? Well, it was the fact that I referred to it as a real Stratocaster or a genuine Stratocaster. There seem to be a lot of people out there that just do not agree with that. And I think I understand where they're coming from, and I'll talk about that in just a second. But some of the comments, guys, were just like downright nasty and attacking me personally because I referred to this as a real Strat. Okay, first of all, why did I refer to it as a real Strat or a genuine Stratocaster? Well, that's because it says Stratocaster right there on the headstock. And as you guys can probably figure out, some people are of the opinion that a Squier is not a real Stratocaster. It has to be a Fender, not a Squier. And anything that says Squier that's not a real Strat, it is not a genuine Strat. So don't even say that. And some of those guys, they might even say, you know what? It has to be a USA Fender in order to classify as a genuine Stratocaster. The ones made in Mexico, those don't count. But let's be real, guys. It says Stratocaster on the headstock. Yeah, it says Squier, but what does it say right under Squier? By Fender. And no, I'm not saying this is a Fender Stratocaster. It's not. It is a Squier Stratocaster. But who owns that name? Who owns the company? Fender. FMIC, right? They own the trademark to the name Stratocaster. They also own the trademark to the headstock shape. It's also got the Fender name in the Fender font on the back of the headstock. So there's no question about, like, you know, who owns this, who made this, who's producing this. It's Fender, FMIC. So who gets to decide what is a real Stratocaster or not a real Stratocaster? Well, that would be Fender, FMIC, since they own the name and the headstock shape. And guess what they decided, guys? Yeah, they decided that this is a real Stratocaster. That's why it says Stratocaster on the headstock. And bottom line, guys, that's why I called it a real Strat. It's not a Strat-shaped guitar that's made by another company with like a different headstock and a different name on the headstock. You know, there's a bunch of them. There's a ton of them. Those are Strat-style guitars. They're not real Strats. This is a Strat guitar. It's got the headstock. It's got the name. It says Stratocaster. So yes, it's a real Stratocaster. And it's fine if you don't like that. I think a lot of these guys, they need help like writing their comments. Instead of saying, that's not a real Strat, or that's not a genuine Strat, you need to word it more like something, you know, in my opinion, they shouldn't call that a Stratocaster. Or to me, it's not a genuine Stratocaster unless it's made in the USA and it says Fender on it. But you just can't make a statement that sounds like it's a fact, like, that's not a real Strat. Yes it is. But in your opinion, they shouldn't call it a Strat because it's a Squier and it's made in China. You know, you need to think about how you word your comment. And again, guys, it's not up to me to decide what is a real Strat. It's not up to you to decide what is a real Strat and what is not. You can have your opinion, but we're not deciding the facts here. Fender, FMIC, they are deciding and they have decided. So you can get mad at me, but really you should be mad at Fender if you don't want this to be called a Stratocaster, because again, Fender is the one that decided that. There were even some people in the comment section that said, oh, clickbait, oh, clickbait? How is it clickbait? So you clicked on the video because it says real Stratocaster and it's got the price right there, $119. And you clicked on that because you were expecting to see a video about a Fender Stratocaster that sells for $119. Seriously? So then you clicked on it and you saw that it was a Squier Stratocaster. You got mad because you feel like you were duped, you feel like it was clickbait, but if you had applied just a little bit of logic that there's no way that there is a Fender Stratocaster for $119, so it's gotta be a Squier. If you had done that, then you wouldn't have clicked and gotten mad and said, clickbait. It was not clickbait. Nowhere in my title or on the words that I put on the thumbnail does it say Fender Strat or Fender Stratocaster. It just says real, genuine Stratocaster, which it is. And also, it wasn't like I strung you guys along for several minutes before I revealed that it was a Squier. From the very first second of the video, I'm holding a big box that says Squier, so it's obviously a Squier. Alright, so I think I've covered all the ground on that. Boy, I can't wait to read the comments in this video. Remember guys, it's a Stratocaster, and if you disagree, it's your opinion, it's not a fact. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at FMIC, give them a call, send them an email, and tell them that this is not a real Strat because they're the ones that decided that it is. Alright, so what modifications did I do to my Squier debut series Stratocaster? Well, I was pretty much happy, guys, with the way it sounded and the way it played. So I really didn't feel the need to change the pickups because they were good enough for me. So all I did was change the pickup covers so I could get a different color, the cream color and the knobs and the tip right here. And I obviously changed the pick guard to like a brown tortoiseshell. And to me, the whole overall like aesthetic, the look of it, it just looks way better than it did with just the plain white. And I did one more thing, and this is gonna make some people mad, but oh well. At this point, I mean, who cares, right? I changed the neck plate because the neck plate on the other one was just plain silver, nothing on it, no logo or anything, and I got a neck plate and put it on there that's got the F logo. But don't worry guys, it doesn't stand for Fender, it stands for fun. I also took off that white cover on the back because I just never see any need for having those covers, and the color doesn't match anymore anyway, so I just think it looks way better like that. Alright, I did say I was gonna play it, so yeah, time to play it. Check it out. Whoa, dude, that's it? That's the whole thing? Yeah, guys, that's the whole thing. If you want to hear a more extensive demonstration of the sounds and stuff from this guitar, I did that in the original video already. I'll have a link for that video down in the description, and you can go and watch that video if you want to see the full review, and I talk about everything on the guitar and different sounds, different pickups and all that stuff. Yeah, check out that video. Alright guys, so be sure to let me know where you stand on this whole Strat, not a Strat controversy. And can you leave a comment without getting personal, without getting nasty, without calling names? Can you? I challenge you to do that. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.